thank IIT Kharagpur to give me this an opportunity. We are not new to IIT Kharagpur. We have been filing patents for IIT Kharagpur, and we have a program which is a DST funded program, which is for women scientists, to bring women scientists into the stream of economy who had some break because of some career and some family reasons. The IIT school hosts that center in Kharagpur for the eastern region of the country. With this background, I would like to see the enthusiasm of IIT Kharagpur. I can applaud the director who set tone for my talk, like when he talked about the five honest friends of Kipling, what, why, how, and when. Before we go into how and when and who would fund it, I'll focus your attention to the quality of what we have in our hand. Numbers don't matter, but then numbers do matter, but then we also need to have what we have in our hand. And he also talked about institutionalizing a process, which I will also brief about the process, what I learned about what's happening in India. And he also talked about, I'm happy that we need to remove the garbage. With that tone setting, I'm also happy to see the enthusiasm of the portal, but I caution the system administrators to be hack-proof. Coming to this, I have some suggestions, like there is an institute in Pune which is called Vishwakarma Institute of Technology. This is a suggestion to the director and the faculty to internalize how can we come up with good patents. In the third year, first semester, they are taught 2 weeks of theory of what IP, how to search and things like that. And then 1 week of lab on these 4 free patent databases, online databases, to do a prior art search. Don't get boggled with the terms. You just search for what you're interested in. That's it. And prior art is what is already published. So whatever is there in the database is already published. So in the third year, first semester, they are taught, and in the third year, second semester, they are asked to conceive their final year project based on a patent search. And to defend the fourth year, the projects committee with the differentiation of what they conceived, and in the third year and or maybe early fourth year, you're supposed to select a top project and then work on it. So you first select a topic and then do a prior art search the database, and then you will find lots of patent documents on that. Read the claims part, which is towards the last couple of pages of the document. There may be couple of pages and there may be hundreds of pages. So the first page is important, where it talks about there is something called IPC, International Patent Classification Code. And that's what is very important, and you don't have to bother. When you do a Google search, you are thrown up with millions of pages in fractions of seconds. So you're not sure whether the first page has any relevant information or not. But when you're doing a patent search, let's say on the EPO or the USPTO on particular, let's say an apparatus or a device for a name, you just search on the title and abstract, and you will come up with lots of documents. And then if you see a couple of documents and see that IPC heading in the first page, then you'll come to know there are a particular IPC codes which are repeating in all the documents. So that is one IPC class which you as an expert need to track. It's only few. If you search by that class, you will end up with only a couple of patents. And there are resources available, fortunately or unfortunately, to Google, which stops us thinking. You can Google patent newsletters. You'll get to portals where you can subscribe to the patent newsletters, and it will come into your inbox. So you don't have to do it yourself. There are services available which will feed you on your particular class. So you don't have to get worried about the professionalism or things like that. But then you are the best judge to be the right person to understand the particular class of technology. The entire patent classification is covering about 70,000 codes. You can understand.
It's broadly categorized into 6 sectors. One of them can be physics, and if you see that each sector-wise, there are 70,000 IPC codes. So if you know 4 or 5 which are very relevant to your subject area, you need to track only those 4 or 5. You need not bother about the rest of them. So you can be the best patent search expert if you practice little bit. And this is what about the internalization. And as I was also talking to the inventors, you need to have some IP policy as an institutional IP policy, because there are some startups which would like to take your technologies. So in order to not to put them into trouble, have something in writing. Something is better than nothing. So transfer those technologies to the startups with some agreements, some contracts, rather than not having anything written. If you license this technology to a third party, they may sue the startup, who might be your alumni. And there are other ways of strategies of, because about 80% of the patents which are being filed, let's say numbers of 3 lakh patents being filed in US or 6 lakhs in China, but a meager 40-50,000 in India, out of which only 20% is actually coming from Indians. And for the last 2012 WIPO report, only 45 patents, PCT applications, which are called international applications, are filed by IITs, all IITs put together. Only 45 international filed patent applications in 2012. So the numbers are very alarming, because there's not much happening on the top floor of ours. So we need to really think critically about it. There are ways, like if you read about TRIZ mechanism, there are 40 parameters which talks about how to come out with a new product. It can be reducing weight, reducing length, changing the material, or changing the process parameters. There are 40 parameters. If you can brainstorm within the team, you can come up with new ideas. And another suggestion is that if you try to search for the patent at the end of your research, let's say 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, and then try to search what I did, most probably you will end up getting only small chunks of it. But if you have started at the day 1, or maybe you started your synopsis by doing a patent search, let's say you thought about subject X and you found hundreds of patents of them. But then don't get discouraged and see, is there any delta X that you can think out of that box? Even the delta X is important, because more than 80% of all inventions, all patents filed are only incremental inventions. There are no radical patents, no radical technological interventions which are being filed. So all the numbers what we talked earlier are all incremental inventions. Everybody is working on delta X only. So then get the patent documents, read the claims, understand what is the technology which has already been done. By that you will understand who is working on what. You can find a group of people, a university who is working on a particular technology. All this can be done very easily, not very complex, but you have to understand it. So once you have that, and then can think of, after you reading 20 patent documents, you can still think some delta X, and then start working on that. And most of the patent offices update their journals every week, mostly Fridays. So put your Mondays for maybe Mondays or Tuesdays for your reading the last week updates on your IPC class, which may be about 50 or 100 a week. I think that should be, every week you can review your project. Every week you can change your milestones, you can change your experiments, and then try to see that you are still protected. You are working on something which is still not disclosed. So at the end of it, you will definitely have lots of patents. And I started with the example of that institute. They did that 3rd year IP training, and the 4th year projects are all based on that. And they are filing lots of patents, and good patents getting granted. I will not. Maybe the time is not there, so I will not get into how and then the international filings and all those things will be available. But I thought if you want, I can still do it. But I would just try to say that have confidence and have trust and have hope. It will definitely lead to a good, protectable IP. Rather than what is in hand and try to see what we can protect it, work the other way around. You know, if something is not protectable here, can I work out something else so that I have a better product? Instead of working on something and then try to file, we get lots of provisionals filed from IITs, and then when we search, it's all published, or maybe somebody has done it. Sometimes, surprisingly, the same professor has published his own article. But then publishing, most probably you are aware of those things, so I will not touch upon that. So, sharing emails is also very critical, the research data that you are working on. So, after having provisionals filed, then working out how do we transfer this or how to license this, it's better to have a good product. People will definitely scout for that. They'll come to you if you have a good product. And I touched upon the Women Scientist Scheme, and if you want to, I don't know what time. And then WIPO.int and ipindia.nic.in. These are the 4 websites where you can get the database links, and then try your hands on that and see what it is throwing, and try to read the PDFs. All PDFs are available. You can download, read offline, and try to see, and then think how you can reorganize your research methodology and the experiment designs. Thanks. I'm there in the FAQ session.